Hello everybody and welcome to the second part of my build. The first part, which I published yesterday, I will put that in the description below, but this is for one of my latest builds called Palm Peak, which is now available on the gallery. In the first part, I focused purely on the exterior, which was where I built kind of the the shell of the house, and also did all the landscaping. But in this video, I have got just me doing the interior of the house. I decided to split it into two videos because each part was so long. This house took me forever to build, and even though I cut parts out, I didn't want to cut too much of it out, otherwise I didn't feel like there would have been much shown. And I do take a long time to build when I build these houses. I think I had like 8 hours of footage, and also a lot of the footage was quite stop-starty because I built this at home. So the issue with that was that I was building this with my parents in the room, so I often would stop to talk to them and would forget to press record or press stop record, so there'll be a lot of pausing. So I think that's what took a lot longer to build this video. But I don't think I'm going to do the longest of voiceovers for this video, purely because I spoke for like half an hour in the other video, and I don't think everybody wants to listen to me rambling on for an hour on one build. But I'll give a brief outline to what this house was kind of, I felt when I was building this house. I don't mind the way the interior turned out. It was quite difficult on trying to work out a floor plan for this, because I felt like, because it was a modern build, it suited better to have a more open plan house, and because also I had it split between like one wing and another wing. I was like, where do I put the bedrooms? Do I put them on the top floors? There wasn't, because it's mainly as a bungalow, I didn't really know where to put some of the bedrooms, and it ends up being a three bedroom house, 2 main big bedrooms, and then a child's bedroom, which I sadly stuck out in the corner. You'll notice me furnishing it, but it's kind of like on the top right hand corner of the house, and I feel sorry for this child. And like the main bedrooms are downstairs where all the party's happening, and then the child's like stuck over in the corner, like off you go. It's not kind of like Cinderella sort of style where she's stuck up in the attic, but it was just the way it suited the build. And I do kind of like the furnishing of like the bedrooms and the kitchen and the living room and the dining room. I do like the furnishing. I just didn't really like the layout of the whole build. My bit I really did like was the undercover pool, which also has a sauna in it, because you know they're rich, they can afford these sorts of things. But I did like the way that turned out, and it had a lovely patio. I put in a pagoda, which I forgot to record, so I do apologise. But then I also put in a greenhouse, because it's a big lot and I was struggling on to work out how to fill the lot, and I didn't want to put in any, I liked the shell of the house, and I didn't want to add any extra rooms out the back, because the way it had been built, it was working quite well with the structure, so I didn't want to add any extra rooms on the back, otherwise I think it would have looked a bit more odd. So I decided to put in a greenhouse. They can do any gardening, probably would get the butler to do that if they lived in this house, which if you wanted to download this house, you could turn the conservatory, which I put over on the right wing of the house, into a butler's wing. I know it's linked to the gym, but I could imagine that could be easily turned into a butler's wing if you wanted to put that in here. Or you could give them one of the bigger bedrooms, whatever you fancy. But I kind of did go overboard on the packs in this build, sorry. But I do try to sometimes limit my pack usage. I just sometimes get carried away. I'm like, oh, that works perfect here. Oh, that works perfect there. And then I forget, oh, now I've used every pack in the game. So I do apologise for that, and obviously you can still download this slot. When you download it, if you don't have the pack, the game will it will simply remove it from the build. So if it was like I think I used some of the lights from Toddler Stuff Pack, and if you don't have that, it will just remove it for you. Or if I use maybe a some flooring from a pack you don't have, obviously remove it and you could replace it with your own flooring. But I think I obviously I'm overestimating here, but I think quite a few people will have these the game packs. So I will in future builds maybe do like pack exclusive builds and or just like base game builds, because I never have actually done a base game build in a very, very long time. And I think my first base game build I found from 2015 or 2014 when the game came out, and it is dreadful. Like, no kidding, that build was dreadful. I was just looking at it and I was like, why did I put the bedroom there? Why have I put a bar next to the bedroom? What is this? But obviously it was base game and that was like some of my first builds, so you got to give me some grace. But I'm kind of doing the gym here now, and I think I'm going to kind of leave the voiceover at this point. I really do hope that you've been enjoying my builds. I am getting into it a lot more, and with the new game pack coming out tomorrow, or whenever you watch this video, it's coming out on Tuesday the 26th. So I do hope to be doing some Strangerville inspired builds in the coming days. I had quite a busy day at work today, spent like 6 hours standing on poolside. So I think I'm going to leave the voiceover here. If you did enjoy this, please do give it a thumbs up. It really does mean a lot. Give it a subscribe, give me a comment. I will try and get back to them as quick as possible. And I hope everybody who's watching this is having a lovely morning, afternoon, or wherever you are in the world. And I hope to speak to you soon. Thank you and goodbye.